What's up, everyone? This is Max, and on this page we talk about a little bit of everything from sports science to topics that we see in sports and try and cover those to kind of everything in between. And today specifically, we were talking about maybe one of the greatest debates, misunderstandings, I'll call it, in all of basketball context. It's the idea of a bad shot. And a bad shot always makes me laugh because a bad shot is extremely contextual. Let me just explain where this came from. So I was playing pickup basketball. We played to 125 points, something like that. And I was making a bunch of shots. I shooting pretty well. And tough step backs, whatever. It's my job. I don't make that many tough layups. I don't make many tough floaters, but I can make a tough jump shot. And I shot one, and a teammate of mine who's on the sideline, who I know very, very well from playing basketball with them since college, and they go, "That's a bad shot." And I was like, look, I said, if I made 9 out of 10 shots, I missed that one, is that somehow a bad shot? And they were like, yes. But here's the thing people don't understand, and this goes for all aspects of basketball. It's not just a shot, passes, defense, takes the hoop. If you are someone who's good at something, you're going to be looking to do that something, and at times you're going to make a misread and it's going to look bad. For example, if you're a really good passer like Steve Nash, every now and then you might throw like a behind the back pass that goes out of bounds. But it's your willingness to throw that behind the back pass is what makes all those other passes effective. If you're a really good driver to the hoop, every now and then you might drive to the hoop and just get swatted. You misread the situation. But it's your aggressiveness that allows for you to be successful. And if you're a good shooter and you think you're open and you shoot it, and maybe you're a little bit off balance or the pickup was weird, whatever, and you miss the shot, it's the fact that you're willing to shoot that shot and be aggressive is what makes you good. So if you sit there and try to think, is this the most perfect shot in the world? You're not going to be good at what you do. That's just how it works. And people somehow cannot relate to that. An awesome example is Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is willing to take deep three-pointers. And when people watch her and she misses them, they say, oh my gosh, what a bad shot. But when she makes them, they say, what a good shot. It doesn't matter. It's a shot, and it's her willingness to take that shot is what matters. And so for some reason, the basketball mind and the observer cannot comprehend how this is a universal concept across all skill sets. And just because it's a shot that some person cannot and will not take because they're not able to take it, but you yourself take it and they can't relate to it, they will have an inflection point. They'll have friction. They'll be upset about it. Time and time again, it's the same idea. If you have a really aggressive rebounder, sometimes they're going to get some fouls going over the back on people. And people say, oh, that's a good effort foul. But some guy who's a really good shooter might take a bad shot. People go, oh, that's horrible shot selection. No, with any single individual that is willing to excel in a specific area, the reason why they do excel in that area is because they're willing to be extremely aggressive and self-confident. And to the point that they're able to make mistakes because they're able to make plays that others aren't. That is so important. And this is the great overthinking mindset that gets hoopers. And because they think I have to be perfect. No, you have to be good. And to be good, you have to be able to do certain things that other people cannot do on the court. On defense, Jose Alvarado, Patrick Beverley might reach every now and then. They get beat to the hoop and people go, oh my gosh, what a bad defender. No, that aggressiveness is what makes them a good defender. So it's really paradoxical when it comes to looking at what is good and what is bad in isolation. So when you watch someone shoot a shot and just complete isolation, it is actually impossible to determine whether or not it's a good shot or bad shot. Here's what I mean by that. If Shaq shot an open three-pointer, and let's pretend Shaq had reasonable jump shot form. Andre Drummond, Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard shoots a three-pointer, top of the key. Pick your favorite center who shoots no three-pointers. And they shoot that three, and no one's around them. And your objective, your analysis of a good shot is how open it is. Well, that's a great shot. But if your analysis is how likely is that shot to go in, that's a horrible shot. And so you only know the analysis of how likely it's going in with the context of how they've played before and how they're going to play in the future. And so this is really important. It is the difference between extrapolation or synthesis of knowledge, taking an understanding of an event and applying it to this context at a grander scale, more than just one repetition, or your inability to just watch a single event and then, oh my gosh, they stink. A great example of this too on social media is if I post a video of me playing bad, everyone bombs on me and says, oh my gosh, you stink, whatever. It's as if no basketball players ever played a bad basketball game. But it's my willingness to post those videos that shows the entire honesty of the process, because if I only just showed my makes, you would assume, oh my gosh, this guy just edits his videos a certain way. So taking into the context of our existence in terms of basketball, you can realize what is a good shot, what is a bad shot based on how someone plays. Because the reality is, for me, I'm not great at shooting floaters or a Euro step. So if I was taking these Euro step moves in the lane, people go, oh, that's a good aggressive take, you just missed it. Wrong. Nah. Bad shot. Some guys can't shoot at all, and even their most open shot is a horrible shot. If they shoot the shot the defense wants them to take, it is a horrible shot. And if they like the Steph Curry step back fadeaway, people go, that's a bad shot. It's not a bad shot. He makes it. J.R. Smith, certain shots, just the same way that Dirk Nowitzki can shoot a 1 foot leaning fadeaway. And people would say, oh, that's a bad shot to 90% of people. Nope, it's a great shot for him. So this just applies to multiple facets of life, because it's the idea of context of an event, understanding what's occurring, how it's occurring, and then how it's fitting into the grander scheme of things. I just like to talk about it through the means of basketball because I assume it's a lot more relatable and something easily understandable, but it is a commonality throughout the entire life. And as someone who likes to observe our existence and think about, wow, what's happening and going on in our world, you have to consider the single event, but then the context of the events preceding it and likely to follow the event. So be smarter. Understand what's a good shot and what's a bad shot. Understand there's a little more to it than just being like, did it going or not going? Was it contested or not? Nope, that's not how it works. So, all right, well, I'm going to go work out. See y'all.